Yeah, it's a bit more FPS friendly. It's not amazing FPS, but it's definitely more friendly. Uh-oh, it's the police. I'm the best YouTuber. Thank you. I agree. Even PewDiePie admitted it. He just gets more viewers for some random reason. Uh-oh, it's the police. Oh my god, rip that guy. The tarmac's to the left, bro. Just saying. Well done. He's just got different scenery, and the runway for him was like 50 meters to the right. At least he didn't land on the taxiway, otherwise known as doing a Harrison. Right, what's next? TA, is it? At least 3 airliners flying, yep. RJTA is the next one, which is 22 nautical miles to the west. And after that, we start heading over to the Mount Fuji area. Let's get lined up. Looks like everybody's here. Right, let's go. I can hear that jet spooling up. He's gone full toga. I reckon when we get away from Tokyo downtown, the frames will improve quite a bit. Yeah, so we're flying towards Mount Fuji now. And the weather's lifted a fair bit. If that's a tunnel entrance, what made them put the tunnel entrance here? Why did they put it back here? There's some like geographical reason why they just kept it all on land and then went under. I mean, they could have kept the whole thing on there. I don't know, Bullet DK. Rebooted the PC, I've not opened my browser, and things are stable for now, so just rolling with that, really. We'll see how it goes. Tokyo's destroying your frames. Dude, when I landed at Tokyo International, my frames were like Bob Ross. Yes, it is Mount Fuji. That's where we're kind of heading towards. Trying to figure out the leg after this one is where we're supposed to be cutting into land a bit. We'll see. This looks like some good scenery. Blimey. You can literally see it loading it in as we fly along. I think in the middle bay is an inlet for the tunnel. Do you know what? I actually said that. I said about it's like a ventilation thing. Wowzers. That looks like a very special building. In 1997 it cost 1.7 trillion yen. And how many yen to a US dollar? That's crazy detailed. $100 is approximately $1 US. Take it we're landing on 19er. It does look absolutely amazing. I mean, I've never been to Japan, but being able to see it like this in a sim is incredible. Especially when you get a police escort. Is this a golf course? I know the Japanese love the golf, but they really don't have a lot of room. You ever seen the Japanese driving ranges where they stack them up like double-deckers? That's hilarious. Your wife is Japanese, but you've yet to go there. It's a golf course? Look at this. I mean, in the States they have loads of golf courses, but in Japan there's not that many. Oh, I can see the airfield up ahead. I'm gonna go heading mode. SimPilot, thank you for 2 months, sir. Like Fuji just looks all ominous over there, like something out of Lord of the Rings. The place that you'd have to take the ring to throw it into the fires of Mount Fuji. I wish you can get a bit more sunlight. If the sky was broken rather than overcast, we get a lot more definition on the ground. Fun fact, Meta has clear skies right now. Really? That's really weird. Why is the live weather showing this then? I used to like RPG a lot, Garden Data, but I don't play it that much anymore. Oh, it looks like the airliners might be landing. It's a slightly better approach. And we're down. BK, Devil Dude, thank you for giving us up to BK. Right, what was the next waypoint? This is a weird taxiway. So this is TA. Next one. Okay. Sure. Why not? Seems legit. Reverse your way down the taxiway. Not quite a standard operating procedure, that one. Yes, you just saw him reversing Butler. Now, if I remember, the next leg is where we kind of need to go to a different place. We're not going to go in a straight line to NY. I think there might be a waypoint called... Let me see if I can find it. There might be a waypoint on here. Called Bivet, if it's in here. I'll just double check if it's in here. Which is a better waypoint to go via, if it's in. Actually, I think it's taken that as where we are, isn't it? 1 second. I really wish I had the little dials for this. RJTA is where we are. And then if it'll let me do Bivet now. Yeah, it does know where it is. Look, 279 degrees, 38 nautical miles. So Bivet is a waypoint that I think it's just like this. There's Mount Fuji and then there's a little elevation near it, and it's kind of in between. Matt, 2984, thank you for 21 months. So if you want to punch in Bivet into your flight plan and then go to RJNY, that's a better routing. If not, just fly west with me. RJ. This is that one. Can you have some more tuna? Thanks. Cool. There you go. So that's the whole flight plan. Go away. Because I don't know if you can see it. You see there's like a massive elevation here. And then there's Mount Fuji here. And what I was looking to do was try and follow this river, but if you head to Bivet, we could just stay just right of it and then follow it down that way. It's only to give you like a rough approximation. There's an airfield on the slopes of Mount Fuji. Yeah, we're not going to that one. It's definitely getting brighter, though. Right, let's do it. So, basically fly more or less directly west. Nope, fuel tanks seem to have stayed on. They either fixed that, or... I don't know, but the fuel tank's not been messing around. I have heard switches moving, but not the fuel tank yet. The lower elevation is Mount Fuji. Huh? What, you're saying that that's Mount Fuji? What altitude we're going to need for this. So I can't bring up my Sky Vector and look at the map again because I have to start Opera to do it, so I'm kind of running a bit blind. According to the little nav map. What is that little... So is that waypoint Mount Fuji or not? Because if it is, we'll have to do something different. Fuji will pass on your left. No, ignore me then. It's not Bivet. Okay, slight change of plan. I think, because I can't see the browser, so I'm a bit... I think what I wanted to do was fly through this gap. Ignore Bivet. Fly through here, where that little box is. Between that elevation and that's Fuji, and that elevation there is where we're meant to be flying. That was the goal originally. Because that waypoint is north of Fuji, which means we have to go around the back of Fuji to get to it. I think that's going to take too long. Sorry about that, but I can't start the browser, so it's kind of hard to plan Sky Vector right now. There is a... I think if you look on Sky Vector, there's like a river or something running there. That's where I wanted to go, between Fuji and this elevation. So you're just basically aiming for this. Yeah, there's Fuji. I think, is this all the elevation here? I mean, it's still going to be pretty scenic. What compass direction? 255 roughly is where I'm heading. There should essentially be like a valley that goes around this. Whoa, look at that. Imagine living in that. That's crazy. You wonder what it's like to live in that. I don't know, like valleys tend to collect cold, foggy kind of weather, don't they? So, but you are secluded from a lot of the wind. Fuji looks amazing. That really looks incredible. Oh yeah, you get a lot of noise isolation, that's for sure. Thing is, you've got the worst view imaginable though. Living in a valley, you just can't see anything. This looks quite industrial around here. Screen grab of that. So I think I want to follow that valley there. So if we're going ahead into 265 now and cut through this valley here. Of noise if Mount Fuji erupted. Is that still an active volcano? Wow, look at this. People living up here just super isolated. I can't even see a road. Look at that. Yes, it is, and it's late on erupting again. Blimey. That's not good. Wait, it's not been active for 300 years? It last erupted in the 1700s. But the thing is, like, in geological time frames, 300 years is nothing. That is impressive. Kappa T. Get Fresh, thank you for subbing 42 months. I can't believe the road network here, look at this. They've managed to span these like huge valleys. the elevation is here, actually. Might have to climb a little bit. It is gorgeous scenery. Imagine living here. And every time you get up in the morning, you look out your window and you see Mount Fuji. That would be something else. Going to start turning a bit. We're going a heading of approximately 240 for now, I think. Trying to work out what this random cloud is here. That's an epic view. I mean, it looks even more imposing because of the clouds as well. Gonna have to go over that valley though, so I'll have to turn a bit more. 220, I think. Ryan Craig, thank you for 19 months. All of this here was just volcanic soil, wasn't it? Nox Harrington, thank you for 19 months. Just going to turn on to 210. That's so weird, the way they've got this fog here. That doesn't make a lot of sense. That's a nice group flight shot right there. Would you fancy making a 100-cylinder engine in Stormworks? The other day in St. Louis was out sweeping the patio when a couple of FA-18s flew over my house. I love it when I get, we don't quite get FA-18s here, but I do occasionally get Chinooks fly over. Quite often 2 or 3 at a time. They just sound, like on their own they sound great, together they sound incredible. And you can hear them coming from miles away. Yep, I'm using generic models, that's why. Rip that guy. Maybe it's sent on autopilot. Auto crash. Right, we start heading towards the airfield now. Right, so I'm on a heading of 240. It's actually over there somewhere where we're going. I think the weather's getting a bit more moody over here. Like what's going on over there looks pretty nasty. Yeah, those clouds look insane. Look at that. Proper unstable clouds. No, it's not wrecked weather. That's default weather. Your clouds are more grey and yellow, mine's are very blue. Interesting. Is it a time of day thing? Like, have you got a different time of day set to me? Because that sounds like a lighting thing. Nope, you can't crash into other players. They just go Patrick Swayze on you if you get near them. For me, local time is 0907. So we're going to be landing on 27, I think. Looks like Independence Day. That looks proper moody. I don't know. I don't know of any other consumer sim that can render a scene like that. Never mind, do it 60 times a second. You have Sky Vector on your drop-down toolbar at the top? No. No, it's in a browser. It's interesting how over where Tokyo is, it's incredibly flat. And then when you get out here, just how crazy hilly it gets. I don't know, you tend to see populations in between the hills, you know? In the valleys and stuff. Akara plays, thank you for 2 months. It's a very calm water. Every inch of available land is built or cultivated. Yep. They haven't got a lot of space in Japan, have they? But they maximise what they have. Japan is 1.5 times the size of the UK, but only 15% buildable. The population of 126 mil, which is not far off double our population in the UK. I think we're on about 70 mil now. Green to the right. What, this is a famous pine grove. Nautical. It's about here somewhere. Is there a giveaway today? I'm giving away an A380 later, full size. Mr. Blackmut, I've been so busy working home, it's hard to catch a full stream lately. A few bits to show my support. That's very kind of you, Mr. Blackmut. Thank you. It's no problem if you can't make it. I completely understand. It's the first time you've been able to join the group flight. Well, we had a bit of a shaky start with my sim crashing, which is frustrating. But we seem to be okay at the moment. It's a pity that the sim doesn't let you start custom group flights. As in, at the moment, you can fly with your friends, right? So you can friend people and then join a session with your friends. And you can join an open lobby, but what you can't do is you can't create a group with settings in it and say, right, you can have these planes, and this is the weather, and this is the time, and then create that, and then anybody can join it, but you have to fly under those rules kind of thing. That would be cool. So you can have like a group session and say, right, only this kind of plane, only these kinds of planes. And the weather's going to be completely mad. And everybody's weather is always completely mad. It would be great if they could do that. Right, we're going to have to start vectoring ourselves in, I think. No more jets. Well, I mean, you can have a category of planes as well. You could say only turboprops or only whatever, only jets or no jets. I don't know, just some kind of control, because it's a bit of an all or nothing at the moment. It's either you've got to friend people and then you can fly together, or you get what you give in public lobby. There's nothing in between. I think the reason is, Possum, is, yeah, because the jets actually mess up people's frame rates quite a bit. Which is why you have to kind of put them on generic models. Yeah, they do. They do. They absolutely do. If you don't have generic models turned on and one comes past you, your frame rates just become so bad. And obviously that's not their fault, that's the fault of the sim. It's almost like it's trying to render the glass cockpit or something, but it still is a problem. No, I'm only on a 2080 Ti, only. No, the GPU's not really going to solve it. I think people look at the graphics and like, oh, they're really good graphics. Have you got a 3080? And you're like, no. That was a nice little trip. Past Mount Fuji and stuff, that was awesome. So that was NY. Which means the next one is NH, I believe. Jones, good night, mate. Yeah, but Mr. Chippy, that's not how people think. I mean, if you were applying that kind of logic, Mr. Chippy, you'd also say, well, surely they bring something that can actually fly properly, right? But they don't. Right, so I believe the next leg is 29 nautical, almost westerly, and the runway we'll be landing on is 27, so it's more or less a straight line. I think there is some elevation on the way, so we either fly over the hill or fly all around the coast, so I guess I have to see how high the hill is. But let's see if we can just fly straight there. Right, let's go. Yeah, those hills do look quite spicy. Thanks, autopilot. Thanks for the severe nose-up pitch. That was amazing. Oh, wow. That's some nice scenery. It's kind of changed again. It's a lot of farmland around here. You don't feel right telling someone that else that they bought the game they can't fly. Yeah, I accept that point of view. It's awesome. I mean, I've never said to people, don't bring jets, you know? I have said, if you bring it, land it. But you can't escape the fact that there's that frame rate issue that it causes. Which, you know, hopefully they'll fix at some point. I love how they've even captured, like, the colours of the buildings. Look at that. It's not just the building variety, but they've captured the colour of the building. They've actually got the bridges as well. Someone might do a missile mod. That would be great, is if you could bring like a Hornet. You get a mod for a Hornet and you could lock on and fire missiles. You become separated from the group. The scenery is too good to turn. Dude, enjoy yourself. Oh wow, it's actually got it printed on it, look. Shizuoka. I've never seen an airfield where they've written it in letters next to the runway. Microsoft Flight Sim Battle Royale. That should be a thing. And you can still see Fuji. Unbelievable. Wait, look at that shelf, though. But the land just suddenly goes off a cliff. Best green tea in Japan right there. Really? I'd like to go to Japan and try their, like, green tea. I'd like to try their sushi as well. And their noodle bars. Okay, well, I don't need to worry about the hills. We've passed those. Dragex, thank you for a year. Happy anniversary. Just about to do your 350 chat ride, Tommy. It's quite fun. It's not too difficult, Tommy. It's, you know, autopilot. Climb out, get to a certain altitude. It'll ask you to do a 360 turn. Then it'll ask you to go up or down again. And then it'll ask you to slow right down to a certain speed, which you're going to need full flaps in the gear down for. Hold that speed for a bit. Descend down. Go back to the airfield, land, done. Valid for a year. But I mean, you know, Sommy, I've made over 200 grand with the King Air today. It's pretty good. Although I did look out on that job, 98 grand for 200 miles. That was insane. What's a hassle, Fremy? You're looking on getting the honeycomb on eBay. The prices are ridiculous. What's the max you'd go for? I'd just stick an order in. I don't know how desperate you are, but if you want to get a honeycomb and you want to give somebody like insane money for one, I wouldn't do it personally. Just because, you know, those people really annoy me. Like, they had no intention of using it. They bought it, stopped somebody else buying it, and then with the express intention of selling it at a profit. So I would personally not buy it, because all you're doing is fueling the market. So, but if you're super desperate, then you're super desperate. I'd rather wait and get one legitimately for the right price. It's up to you though. "13 nautical miles till we get there. ETE 5 minutes. You got one from Microsoft last week, supposed to arrive tomorrow. Nice. Well, Ibanez, that happened a lot, didn't it, with the 330 series graphics cards? People selling them at stupid prices. The thing is, it happened as well with the Honeycomb Bravo throttle. You know, I actually posted a tweet about this. Like, the first wave that came out, I tried to buy one, and by the time I got to the checkout screen, they'd all gone, and within 20 minutes on eBay, they were selling them for double the price. So literally, people had bought them and double the price. So, you know, all credit to Honeycomb. What they then did was they looked at everybody's orders and then limited the orders to one per household. So anybody that had ordered one, they only let them have one. which is great news because it means if some dude was trying to buy 2, 3, 4 of them just to sell it for profit, well, guess what? You're only going to get one now. But it's a real issue. People just use bots to buy things now. I don't know how you can really counter it. You know, the counter argument is, well, it's a free market, right? Why not buy low and sell high? If you can get something at a low price and sell it for a profit, that's just basic commerce, isn't it? Well, yes, it is.